what to you is kind of like the real business value of a digital twin?
I would say really the value is to really understand in real time, to start with on what's going on, to have real and of course out of that you have a lot of, I think there we tend to lean a lot on these basic easy examples like predictive maintenance and so on, that they come naturally as a first example. But I would say that that is one of the starting points. It will also allow to get transparency of what you have, what's happening. But I would say the really value then is to, if you really have a digital twin, the way I would see it, and it's not about the 3D representation. I mean, that gives you a lot, and that is important. But more than just the 3D representation, it's really about the possibility or the ability to simulate, new scenarios, to try out new things, to try to optimize your factory floor, for example. With Let AI try to run a number of different scenarios and optimize that, and eventually automate that, but have your digital twin as a sort of your primary source of truth, and then have your real life assembly or process or factory to try to replicate that. But if you have a proper digital twin and access to it, then it will allow you to do all these things. And of course, we want to introduce a new variant. We want to introduce a new process. What is it that we need to change? What's the most efficient way to do the tweaks on the process? What can we simulate that? Can we? So I would see it. There is value both creating transparency of what's the reality of what's going on, and that together with. But then also understand the impact of actions that you're doing today in the future, and that's more on the predictive maintenance side. But really trying to leverage your digital twin to try to optimize and understand what's going to happen in the future and try to react. We more and more are going into kind of unstable reality, or maybe not unstable is not the right word, but I mean, companies have traditionally relied into a stable market. That's not our reality nowadays, especially with the new geopolitical questions that we have. So we need to really have a way to understand how to act and what to do in a short frame of time. And I think to have that capability will be extremely valuable for you to optimize production and optimize your supply chains and optimize all your processes, basically.